Welcome all you tough people to another how-to video. Today I'm going to show you the process, which is a lengthy process. I'm going to try and keep this short for you on how to create a thumbnail for YouTube. All right, this is how I do it. You guys probably do it another way, but I'm going to teach you how easy this could actually be, as long as your creative mind allows you to explore the way that it should. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is open up. I am using Google Chrome. You guys can use Safari if you're on Apple products, whatever web browser you want to use. So I'm on Google, and first thing we got to do is choose a background. So I'm going to go with stars. I've already researched this before, and we definitely need a background here. So I'm going to go with the space.com. So we're going to left click on that, and as you can see right here is our pixels, the size of it. So it's 1200 by 675. This is going to be a no-go when it comes to your thumbnail, because your thumbnail has to actually be anywhere between 1280 by 720. You have to go with that size in YouTube in order for this to work. All right, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that and adjust your size as well. So what we're going to do is I'm going to save this picture. I can just right click on it, and we're going to go save image as, and I'm going to choose pictures and just hit save. And there we go. It's going to download it. We'll move on to the next step. All right, so the next step is you're going to open up File Explorer and find wherever you actually saved that picture to. So right here I saved it under pictures, and here's the picture of the stars. So I'm going to right click again, and I'm going to open this with a different program here. So I'm going to open it with my paint, and this is what's going to enable us to be able to change the size or the pixels of this particular picture. Most of your computers, especially Microsoft, comes with paint. So you can find this under the search bar. If you don't have it on your desktop or anything like that, you should be able to go down to your search, which is usually on Windows 11, right in the middle of your screen down at the bottom. So open this with paint, and there you can see we open it up. So in here, once you have it opened in paint, you're going to go to this box right here. This is going to allow us to resize and skew, as you see there. So we're going to click on that, and then we want to choose pixels instead of percentage. So go to pixels, and you can see the actual pixels of the picture that we actually downloaded. I would recommend, in maintaining this aspect, leave this unchecked. Right now it's currently checked. So we're going to uncheck that and go into our box. We're just going to X this out. We're going to type in 1280 and then tab over to here on the vertical, and you're going to put in 720 and then just hit OK. And you'll see that it actually resized our picture. It actually made it a little bit larger, but you'll see the difference here in just a moment, okay? So we're going to go over here to File, and we're going to save as a JPEG, all right? It's very important that you save it as a JPEG. And you'll see the difference here. We'll have our old picture, and then we'll have the new picture, which is right here. And if you just kind of like take your mouse right over top of it, you'll see that the dimensions are now 1280 by 720. And we can go ahead and delete this one out of the equation because we no longer need it. All right, next step. I'm going to just take an old random picture of mine, and I'm going to actually eliminate the background that you see there. So I want to use this for my new picture in the stars that you guys just already see me download, okay? So wherever you have your picture saved to, in my case, it's on an external drive. But what we're going to do is, of course, the picture is already here and it's already selected for us. So all you do to get rid of your background right in there is I'm going to just remove the background. Very simple. Again, we're on paint. So I open the picture through paint, and that's again done by right clicking and what you want to open the picture with, and I just choose paint. All right, so once it's in here, we just hit remove background, and boom, it's already gone. So I want to save this because I want to cartoon myself, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that in a different program called Picsart. We want to save this, so we're going to go up here to File, And again, do the same thing, go save as JPEG. So don't forget, make sure that you save it as a JPEG. All right, so Picsart is free to use with an exception. Unless you actually subscribe or go with the Pro that you see right here. I will put a link in the description, so make sure you check out the description in case you guys want to use Picsart. Now, Picsart is really cool. You could do a lot of creative things. And as you can see here, it also has preset settings for whatever you want to use it for, all right? In my case, this is going to be YouTube, all right? So we're going to click YouTube. Now, all I'm doing is I'm going to show you guys how we could take that picture of myself, the old picture, and actually transform that into a cartoon-looking figure, okay? I like to do that for my thumbnails because it makes it more fun. Your thumbnails need to be really noticeable when it comes to YouTube, and you want to have something to allow people to be able to click on your video and be able to watch it, right? So that's the reason why I go with the cartoon. I'm going to show you guys how to do that right now. So for this case, with the profile picture, we're just going to hit YouTube profile, which is a 1080 by 1080. So we'll just hit create design. It will open up another window. You could just ignore this. We're just going to exit out because it is free to use to an extent. All right. So what you're going to do is we're going to go to uploads here, and I'm going to upload that picture. So we're going to find where that was at. In my case, it's right here, and we're going to open that up. Now, what you want to do is actually stretch this out to the full screen. What's nice about this is it will tell you when you are actually centered. So, and what I mean by that, you'll see it right there, okay? That'll let me know that that's centered, and we're going to drag this down, and you'll see basically crosshairs like that, okay? So now we know that our picture is centered. So now what we can do is we can go to effects right here, and in effects, you go all the way down to cartoon. Now it doesn't give you a lot of options. You only have 2 options, okay? So you got to just pick and choose which one you are happy with. So I'm going to just show you guys cartoon 1. And it takes it a moment, but there's cartoon 1 version of that picture of me. I usually go with the cartoon 2. It's a little more detailed. There we go. So when you see me on my thumbnails and it's cartoon version of me, this is how I do it. All right. So I'm pleased with that. That's fine. It's goofy. It's funny. Whatever the case may be. But it will cause an attraction, which is what you want. You want people to click on your thumbnail. All right. So all you do at this point is I'm going to go up here to export, and I can call this whatever. I'll just say cartoon me. And again, we want to save this as a JPEG. Don't worry about any of this down here. Just hit download. And there you go. You'll see that it saves it to your download. All right, so with all of that out of the way, now we're going to take our background that we have saved as the 1280 by 720. We're going to right click again, go to open with, and we're going to do Paint 3D. Now Microsoft stopped actually supporting this, but you could still download that. Just go anywhere on YouTube and type in how to install Paint 3D, all right? And you can actually get that version if you want to. I would recommend it just because I'm going to show you guys something magical right now, which is totally awesome. You can create stickers using this program. Paint 3D is absolutely free to use. Microsoft, like I said, just does not support it anymore and is no longer available in their store to download as an app. But there is ways to get it, which is how I was able to put it on my desktop. All right. So what we're going to do once we are actually in this is we're going to choose stickers here, and we're going to go to add sticker, and I'm going to find that picture that we've already saved. There's the cartoon me, and we're going to click open. All right, so once you do that, as you can tell, we have the background still gone. We are still the cartoon. We're going to make sure that our window is actually good right here, which everything looks fine. Now over here, we're going to go to Magic Select. That's what you want to choose. Once you do that, don't worry about the background. It will disappear for just a moment, but it will reappear once you're done with your sticker. That's all we're doing is working on this sticker. So again, make sure whatever cropped area you want to get to just make into a sticker, make sure you shrink that down. Well, this is a pretty good size. We're going to leave it alone. We're going to hit next. It also tells you, if you just kind of follow what it does right here, like the example is the car, you want to shrink it down enough to just get the car as the sticker, okay? So we're going to hit next. Now this is where we run into a problem, okay? As you can see, the outline area is what's going to make this a sticker, all right? So it's actually missing part of my sleeve right here. So that's where this add and remove come into place. So I can remove certain sections or pieces of this picture if I want to. You could take your mouse and zoom in and zoom back out. If you got to get real close or whatever, if you want to do fine detail work, that's how you could do that, is with the mouse. So we're going to hit add, which it's already on. And what we're going to do is I'm just going to draw a line, and boom, it just added in the rest of my sleeve. So after everything looks good, we're going to hit done. And we just created the sticker, which is really cool because now we no longer have the white background or the grayish background or anything. We pretty much cut all that out, okay? So what I'm going to do, since some of my corner of the sleeve is missing, I'm going to put this in the corner. I can make this as big and tall as I want to. We're just going to stretch it out. Just make sure that you stay away from that check mark, because that's how we're going to place this now, all right? So we're going to hit the check mark because for me, that's okay. I'm going to leave it right where it's at. If you want to make changes to this, you could see you could rotate and flip. You can also do the horizontal flip and the vertical flip, okay? But I'm fine with where this is at, so we're going to go ahead and commit, and boom, voila, like that. All right, on to the last step. All right, so once you have saved this picture, if you're totally satisfied with it, just go up to the upper left-hand corner, hit save as. We're going to do image, and then save it wherever you want to. You can name it whatever you want to. This time we're going to just do cartoon and just hit save. All right, now we can exit out of there. You can choose to save the work. If you want to make changes to it later on or add to it, that's fine. I'm just going to hit don't save. All right, we're going to go back to Picsart. So from here, once you're back in Picsart, we're going to go to YouTube, since we're creating a thumbnail, and you'll see the thumbnail right here, YouTube, create design. We're going to click on that. And we're going to go back to uploads. But mine's already here because I've already taken this step ahead. So we're just going to select the picture. Again, you want to keep this on the outer part of the box and just try to get it all even as you can. Otherwise, if you don't do this step, you're going to have a white border surrounding your thumbnail. It's up to you if you want to do that. For me, I don't like to have that. All right, so the next step from here, and this will be the final steps before your thumbnail is totally complete. So if you want to add in additional things in here, you could do that. So just kind of play around with Picsart and feel free to just be creative. Like, that's the most important thing, is make your thumbnail stick out and be creative with it. For example, if I want to add in stickers, additional stickers, all right, I can come up here under search, and let's say I want to do Starship or Rocket. Now, the ones that you see that are pluses, you cannot use unless you actually pay for the subscription. So you cannot use these at all. But there's a lot of them are actually free here. So let's say, for example, I want this one. That one's free. So this is just a random sticker. And we're going to place that right down in the corner. And let's say I want some planets in the background. All right. We'll come up here to the search bar and put in planet. All right, so this one is free. We also have the earth here, so let's use the earth. That would be cool. And we can make this as large as we want. All right, and then we're gonna just click out of it. And let's say we want to do some texting in here. All right. The most common one that I use that I can actually change colors on is this one. You guys have seen me use this numerous times. We can change colors to this as well. So I'm going to go ahead and choose out now. Right here's where I can change the color. I could do bold. You could change your texting, but not so much because this is already a preset texting item. All right. So we can make it as large as we want to as well. For me, I'm going to change the color. Again, you want your thumbnail to stick out, so I like to go with the green. And what we're going to do is put in whatever title we want to have on here. So I'm going to do parentheses, how to go into space. All right. So I'm going to make this actually larger, the text, because I want it to stick out on the thumbnail. And you can actually go right here too, and let's just say we want this 200. So as long as we got enough space, we can drag this. And right there, you'll see that little bar show up. That is our center, okay? So we actually have this evenly centered. Looks great. I'm fine with it. And then all you got to do is just do the same thing you did before and export. So I know this is a lot of steps. It's a lot of procedures, but this is how I make my thumbnails, guys. And if you want to be creative and take these extra steps, then you're more than welcome to do it too. It's a lot of back and forth. So you got to go to Paint. You got to go to Picsart. You got to go to Paint 3D. So it's a lot of different steps, but if you have the time and you want to make your thumbnails look great, this is what Tough Steel does. Okay. Thank you guys for tuning in so much. Hopefully you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and give it a smash. Also subscribe to me if you like to see more how-to videos, and I'll be happy to show you guys how I do things on my channel. All right. Until next time, you guys take care and stay tough.